Welcome to the Business Eloquence Podcast, where we talk about interesting entrepreneurs and the businesses they build.
I'm rapping on a podcast, sipping on that black coffee. Business talk slicker than a Cape Don Corleone. CEO stacks, we be stacking up monopoly. Flipping assets, man, we do it like a prodigy.
Welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're taking a look at Lush AI.
Lush AI.
A company that's been making a lot of noise lately with their hyper-realistic AI influencers.
Yeah.
And this one is for all of you out there interested in how AI can be applied to business.
Yeah, for sure.
We've got a really interesting mix of articles and videos here that suggest Lush AI might be on the verge of causing a major market disruption.
Totally.
And it all starts with understanding their approach, which is pretty unique, I'd say.
Yeah, I think what's so interesting about Lush AI is they're not just creating AI models for platforms like OnlyFans.
Right.
They're recognizing this much broader principle, the power of sexuality in selling any product. And they're building a whole ecosystem to capitalize on that.
So let's get into this ecosystem.
Yeah.
We've got Lush Chat,
Yeah.
which is their initial platform, kind of like an AI-powered OnlyFans, I guess you could say.
Right.
But then they've also got Lush Clone,
Lush Clone.
where human influencers can create AI versions of themselves. And then there's Lush Network,
Lush Network.
a blockchain-based marketplace where anyone can deploy and monetize their AI models.
It's wild, right? This isn't just about replicating OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It's about creating a decentralized AI influencer economy. Imagine a world where anyone can create an AI influencer tailored to a specific audience
Right.
and use it to promote products or services.
So the OnlyFans piece is just phase one.
Exactly.
They're using that to establish their tech, build the user base.
Yep.
But the real goal is much bigger.
Way bigger.
They're betting that AI influencers will soon be everywhere, promoting everything.
I think they're probably right to think that way.
Mm,
You know, if we look at the history of advertising, sex appeal has always been a powerful tool.
of course.
Lush AI is simply taking that to the next level by combining it with cutting-edge AI technology.
And that's where it gets really interesting for creators and businesses.
Right.
Imagine being able to create an AI version of yourself that can interact with fans,
Yeah.
generate content, and promote products 24/7.
24/7.
The potential for scalability and reach is enormous.
Oh, absolutely.
But of course, it raises some important questions about the future of influencer marketing.
Definitely.
Will consumers even be able to distinguish between human and AI influencers?
It's a good question.
What are the ethical considerations here?
Right.
How will this impact the relationship between brands and their audiences?
Lots to consider.
Yeah, let's dive into those questions.
For sure.
But first,
Yeah.
let's take a closer look at the technology behind these hyper-realistic AI models.
Okay.
You know, the sources describe a really meticulous training process where each model is fine-tuned to ensure consistency across poses, lighting, environments, all of that.
It's incredibly complex, actually.
Yeah.
These models are trained on massive data sets of images and videos,
Wow.
learning to replicate human features and movements with astonishing accuracy.
So it's more than just...
It's not simple at all. To put it simply, imagine teaching someone to paint by showing them thousands of pictures.
Okay.
That's kind of what's happening here, but on a much grander scale.
So these models aren't just randomly generated.
Oh.
They're carefully crafted
Carefully crafted.
to be as realistic and appealing as possible.
Right.
And the results are pretty mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We're talking about AI models that can blink, smile, even sweat realistically.
It's
It
wild.
can be made to look like anyone, from celebrities to everyday people.
Yeah.
And the implications of that are huge.
Huge.
One example that really stood out to me was the possibility of cloning celebrities,
Celebrities.
like Margot Robbie.
Yeah, like them up.
Imagine an AI version of Margot Robbie promoting a new fragrance
Interesting.
or starring in an interactive video game.
Yeah,
The potential for brand partnerships and immersive entertainment experiences is pretty exciting.
really is.
But of course, it also raises a lot of legal and ethical questions. What are the copyright implications of creating an AI clone of a real person?
Right,
Do celebrities have any say in how their likeness is used?
right.
What about the potential for deepfakes and misinformation?
All valid concerns.
Yeah.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
For now, Lush AI is focused on launching Lush Chat and their first AI model, Jenny. And their strategy for this launch is fascinating.
Okay.
They're calling it simp to earn.
Simp to earn.
And it's essentially a gamified approach to user interaction.
So how does this simp-to-earn thing actually work?
So,
From what I gathered, users are challenged to build rapport and trust with Jenny in order to unlock exclusive content.
exactly.
But it's not as simple as just showering her with compliments.
No, it's more than that.
Okay.
She's designed to be discerning.
Interesting.
If you come on too strong or say the wrong things, she might reject you. This gamified approach not only creates buzz and viral potential,
Right.
but also cleverly teaches users how to interact with AI influencers in a way that feels more natural and engaging.
So it's like they're using this OnlyFans phase to train users for the future.
They are.
They're essentially teaching them the art of escalation and relationship building, but with an AI.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant way to prepare users for a world where AI influencers are more commonplace. They're learning how to build rapport, navigate social cues, and ultimately get what they want from an AI.
This is where I think Lush AI strategy really shines through.
I think so too.
They're not just throwing technology at the wall and hoping it sticks.
Right.
They're thinking about the user experience,
Rare.
the psychology of desire,
Yeah.
and the long-term implications of AI interaction.
And that's what makes them so interesting. They understand that technology is only part of the equation.
Okay.
The real key is understanding human behavior and how to leverage AI to tap into our deepest desires and motivations.
So while they're starting with a platform that might seem niche, their vision extends far beyond that.
It does.
They're laying the groundwork for a future where AI influencers are integrated into every aspect of our lives.
Precisely. Yeah, it's clear that Lush AI is playing the long game here.
They're not just interested in recreating OnlyFans with AI.
Exactly, right? Their vision is much broader.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that sexuality is this powerful force in marketing, and they're using AI to harness that power in new and innovative ways.
It's interesting how they're using this initial OnlyFans phase as a testing ground,
Oh, absolutely.
not just for the technology itself, but also for user behavior.
Totally. They're collecting valuable data on how people interact with AI influencers, what kind of content resonates, what triggers engagement.
Using that data to refine their algorithms and prepare for expansion into the mainstream.
Exactly. Remember that analogy the founder used about the girl in tight yoga pants at the gym?
Yeah.
He's making the point that this kind of subtle, pervasive marketing is already everywhere. He believes that AI influencers will soon be promoting products in similar ways, tapping into that same psychology of attraction.
It makes sense, yeah.
Right. Imagine scrolling through your Instagram feed and seeing an AI influencer with millions of followers promoting a new brand of sneakers. If it's done well, it could be incredibly effective.
It really makes you think about the future of advertising and how AI could completely change the game.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just advertising either.
Right.
Think about the potential impact on entertainment, education, even just social interaction.
Yeah, could we see AI influencers starring in movies and TV shows?
Potentially.
Could they be used to personalize educational content?
Yeah.
Could they even become our friends and companions?
It's wild to think about.
The possibilities are kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's a future that's both exciting and a little bit daunting.
For sure.
But, you know, it's important to remember that we're still in the early stages of this technology.
Right.
Lush AI is pushing the boundaries, but they're not the only ones working in this space.
Of course.
There are other companies developing similar technologies, and the ethical considerations are just beginning to be explored.
So it's crucial that we have these conversations now while the tech is still evolving.
Absolutely.
We need to think about the potential consequences, both positive and negative,
Yeah.
and make sure we're developing this technology responsibly.
So as we move into the final part of this deep dive,
Okay.
let's shift our focus to the bigger picture.
Right.
What does the rise of AI influencers mean for society as a whole?
That's the big question.
Yeah, what are the potential risks and rewards? And what role do we as individuals and as a society have in shaping this future?
We've talked about the tech, the strategy,
Right.
the potential applications of Lush AI. But let's zoom out for a second.
Okay.
Consider the bigger picture here.
Yeah.
What could this all mean for society as a whole?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's complex. No easy answers, but I think on the one hand, you could argue that AI influencers offer incredible potential for creativity, for innovation. Imagine personalized education tailored to your specific learning style,
Yeah.
or interactive entertainment experiences that blur the lines between reality and fantasy.
Yeah, it's like stepping into a video game or a movie.
Exactly.
The possibilities are really endless.
And for businesses, the ability to create highly targeted and engaging marketing campaigns, that could be a game changer.
Sure.
Imagine a world where every ad is tailored to your individual interests and preferences.
It's both exciting and a little terrifying.
It is. There's definitely a flip side to this coin, right?
Right.
We have to acknowledge the potential risks and challenges that come with this tech.
What are some of those risks that come to mind?
Well, one major concern is manipulation, right? If AI influencers become indistinguishable from humans, will we be able to tell the difference between genuine recommendations and carefully crafted marketing messages?
That's a big one.
It's a valid concern, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we're already bombarded with so much information and advertising.
Right.
It's hard enough as it is to know what to trust.
Exactly.
And if these AI influencers are able to tap into,
Subconscious.
our subconscious desires and biases,
Yeah.
it could become even harder to make informed decisions.
Absolutely. And that brings us to another really important consideration.
Sure.
The impact on our relationships, our social interactions.
Yeah.
If we're constantly engaging with these AI influencers that are programmed to be perfect, always available,
Right.
will it affect our capacity for real human connection?
It makes you wonder, will we start to prefer the idealized versions of people that exist in the digital world
Yeah.
over the messy, imperfect humans that we encounter in our everyday lives?
Big questions.
Yeah, these are big questions that we need to grapple with as this technology,
Evolved.
becomes more sophisticated and integrated into our lives. We need to be mindful of the potential consequences and make sure that we're using this technology
responsibly.
in a way that enhances rather than diminishes our humanity.
I think that's the key takeaway here.
This deep dive has really given me a lot to think about.
Me too.
Lush AI is just one example of how AI is changing the world around us.
Many examples.
And it's up to all of us to be informed, engaged,
Yeah.
proactive in shaping the future that we want to see.
Couldn't agree more. It's not about fearing the future. It's about understanding the potential and navigating these challenges with wisdom and foresight, right?
Right.
The future of AI isn't predetermined. It's a future that we are all creating together.
That's a great point.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Lush AI and the future of AI influencers, we'll leave you with this final thought.
Okay.
The future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something that we create.
I like that.
So let's make sure that we create a future where technology serves humanity,
Yes.
not the other way around.
Well said. That's all the time we have for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.